Okay, so we took delivery of the CBR650R a few days ago. It's the first time really I've had a chance to have a proper look at it, because I've been working, been on conference calls literally 24/7 by the way it feels. Sat there next to its little brother. So it's just time to look over the damage really and see what we can find, and go through each of the bits one by one, and needs a really good clean, and we'll probably find more damage after we've cleaned it, but I just thought I'd give it a quick look over now, see what we can see, and we'll go from there. So the first and main piece of damage really is to the engine cover plate. I've already got one of these ordered, nice and cheap. Managed to get one for I think £55 delivered, and it included this part as well, this cap, and also the sealing ring that goes in there. So that will be one of my first jobs to replace that. This one is not going to be repairable, it's just too far gone. But that involves draining down all the oil and everything, so I'll do a video on that. The next most serious damage I think really is probably to the tank here. This isn't a tank cover, this is actually the tank, so it's going to be difficult to repair, if repairable at all. We've got a little dent there, and we've also got a chip. The chip I can do with a touch-up stick perhaps, or potentially blow over part of it, but the dent I think will be a bit tricky. I might try and pull it out, but we'll see about that. Okay, and more superficial damage, we've got a bit of a scuff there and a chip really to the rear swing arm, and there's also one to the back there as well. They shouldn't be too bad to sort out. This is completely bent and wonky, so that needs to be replaced. We've got some damage to the rear can here. This is just a cover that comes off, so we'll be taking that off and seeing what we can do about this to make that look a little bit better, but it's all a little bit wonky at the moment. So the first thing I need to do is get that straightened up, so I'll be taking that off. Fairing wise, damage is on both panels. So we've got this lower panel here, this bit can probably be buffed out, but this is a bit of a cut here. There's no cracks, and everything seems to be secured okay, so it's just scuffing that we need to sort out. So it'll probably be a case of me rubbing it down, perhaps a little bit of filler, and then respraying them. Got the paint code for this bike, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Again, a bit of kind of surface damage here. I'll see how much of that can be buffed out, and if this stuff here is mainly under the stickers, I might be able to get away with just replacing the stickers there. We'll have to see. But this bit here is going to have to be resprayed, because that's quite bad. Got a little bit of damage on the indicator stalk there, but if I smooth that down, we might get away with keeping that one. We'll have to see. Bar end weight, I've got a replacement for that, so that's fine. The replacements I've got though may be gloss, so I may turn them satin, or I may just swap them both sides. Got a snap brake lever, that's just a straight replacement. I've got one of those coming on Monday, and we've got a scuff there to the accelerator cable like channel. I'll need to smooth that down and respray that, because you can see it already starting to go rusty there, but everything works okay, so that's fine. Tiny little scrape to the wing mirror. I'm surprised there's not more damage to the wing mirror, to be fair, but it's really difficult to see exactly what happened to this bike. It's weird damage really, but we'll see. But I can't see anything else really. This side is absolutely clean, literally like new, but apart from being absolutely filthy. It's completely dead though, the battery is completely dead. Got a nice quad lock mount on there. Luckily I've got a quad lock case for my phone. So next thing to do is get this cleaned up. So let's get on to that. Okay, so I've been under the rear seat here and found that it actually has a charging fly lead, which is really helpful, and it happens to fit my charger, which is just a cheapo one, but it does the job. So we're charging up nicely now. Red means charging. Once it turns green, that means fully charged. So it's charging away, and hopefully once it's charged we'll be able to start it up and confirm mileage and everything like that. There we go. Well, we know what this means. This means it's crunch time. Battery's fully charged, so it's now time to see if this will fire up. So I'm going to unplug the lead here. So I'm going to unplug the lead, put that back over. I won't bother putting it away because that will probably be used again pretty soon. Get the keys out, and let's have a look, see what this says. That's a good sign. 2,314 miles. That's not quite what Copart was selling it as. You'll see in my previous videos what the mileage was, so that's a bit higher, so we'll have to see what we can do about that. Right, time's come. So we're in neutral, stands down, engine thing is down, engine cut off is in the right place. So ready? Wow. Beautifully. Excellent. Let's see if we can get it up and down through the gears. Lift it up off the stand. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Excellent. Well, that is good news. It's working. Average miles per gallon 52 apparently. That's pretty good. Average 38 miles per hour. Time 1 minute past 5. It's not right, it's about 4. What's that time at the top then? I don't know. We'll have to sort all of this out. Okay. Okay, so that's the condition of the CBR650R that I bought from the Copart auction. As you'll see from the video, there's not a huge amount wrong with it, and I don't really know why they've written it off, to be fair. It's going to be pretty simple to repair. There's a couple of bits like the tank that I might not bother with too much, because they're probably just going to be more hassle than they're worth, and they're not really going to add a lot of value to the bike on resale. I don't think anybody will really be too bothered about a little dent in the tank. But we'll see when it comes to selling it off when I'm bored of it, basically. So just to give you a bit of an update on the issue around the mileage, as you'll see from the part 1 video, when I actually bid on the bike, my understanding was that the mileage was 192 miles, which for me is basically somebody riding off the forecourt and then sticking it on its side. But actually, when I got home, or the bike came to me, and I managed to get the power on and the ignition on, the mileage was actually about 2,314, I think it was. So quite a bit higher than 192.
And I think what they'd done is they'd actually looked at the trip mileage rather than the actual mileage. So what I did was I got in contact with Copart and got a bit of dialogue going with a guy there from the actual branch that I bought it from. They admitted their mistake straight away. I had photographic evidence of the two kind of mileages, and we kind of got into a bit of a negotiation then about what the impact was, and their engineers gave me an offer of about £70 difference, which I thought was taking the mickey, to be honest, because, as I say, one's 192 miles is pretty much fresh from the forecourt. 2,300 miles, a lot of people ride that amount in a year. I mean, personally, I ride a lot more than that, but a lot of people will ride that in about a year. So it does make a bit of a difference for me. Anyway, with a bit of back and forwards, we eventually got to a point where we agreed on around about 150. So they refunded me about £150. Not ideal, but better than nothing. So that came off the total price of the bike. So that took the price down to about 4,250 in total from about 4,400-ish. So not too bad for a bike that was less than 6 months old. Not a bad result. So anyway, tune back in, to see some more videos of me doing the little bits of repair work that I need on this bike. And if you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up button, and even better, subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing more of you. Cheers.